Shut up. Didn't I say shut up? Bet that rooster will think twice before crowing tomorrow morning. Coffee's ready, guys. Let's start the show. Sorry about that, guys. See, my head's in my ass. Good morning, everybody. What the hell, man? Oh, God. What a way to start it, right? Yeah, it's Happy Hump Day. Did you guys kiss the camel on the way in? I hope you did. Show that camel some love. Hit that like button, please. How is everybody doing this morning? Good morning, Pinky. Did you go get your coffee? Mr. P, hello, hello. Good morning to the lovely Janice. And Girly Twirly has joined us this morning. Good morning, good morning. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully you can hear me now and everything's working. Wish me luck. I turned in old resume applications to higher position at my job. Good luck. Fingers, toes, eyes crossed. Excuse me. Pluck a chicken, say a prayer. Do whatever you got to do. Good luck to you. Hopefully you get it. So, all right, she's got her coffee. So everybody's got their coffee. Everybody's set, ready to rock and roll. So as I was trying to say, while I was muted, I'm such a goober, that here, not too bad here this morning. A little wet and soggy because of the rain, but we're supposed to get rain for the rest of the week, and it's going to be in the 80s. And then we're getting snow Monday. Ha 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 ha. Gotta say, I love New York. Hello, Sir Phil. Nope, can't hear you at all. Good, good. My evil plan has come together. You can't hear me at all. Good morning, James. Yeah, it'd be kind of cool. If I could get that position, I might be management over my cheating. Ah, revenge is so sweet, isn't it? But don't think of that. Oh, you'll jinx yourself. Just think that you're qualified and you deserve the position. Positive, positive. So how's everybody this morning? Is Phil working and sneaking at work, or you got the day off? What's going on there with Mr. Phil? But yeah, it's just I was sleeping pretty good, and then the alarm went off, and I was like, oh crap. Time to start the hectic day. But this is my break in the madness. Mrs. Prism, good morning. Good morning. Oh, pardon me. Oh, how rude I yawned. I'm so sorry. Off work. Hey, all right, gold. Enjoy it. It's all good where Janice is. That's great. How's it going, Pinky, weather-wise? You guys finally calmed down in the weather department? Hello, Wayne. Wayne is here. Good morning. Am I getting everybody's? Let me see. I hate to miss anybody. And then when I see somebody say, okay, I see her. Hey, Heather, there she is. I want to make sure I'm not missing Heather's comments. Mrs. Prison's got work off today. Wow, you guys all got it off? Fabulous. Isn't that fabulous? Always great to have a day off during the week. I know, it has good points and bad points because you got the day off and then the next day you got to go, right? Off work, but get to do 10. Oh, yeah. Today's the deadline. Get them in. God forbid Uncle Sam's got to wait a little bit. I used to do that too. Be like, oh, crap. I got to get them done today. And this year, I'm proud of myself. I got them done early and out of the way. Because I know myself. I'll forget, and then it's late, and then, oh, God, it's just a big pain. So, yeah, got them done. They took what they wanted and sent me the rest, which usually isn't much, but hey, it's better than nothing. Good morning, Sage. How are you? Yeah, we're a little on the wet side, and it's going to be on and off most of the day. But I look at it this way. You don't have to shovel rain, so I'll take it. Hello, sweet Betty. How are you? Today is going to be craziness. Only a deadline if you owe. Yeah, I normally owe, Phil. Normally. Well, what it is, we file and this and that, and they go, oh, well, you didn't pay this much. We usually don't end up with a huge return, but it's better than nothing. And, for not for nothing, what we pay in taxes, yeah, they should be giving back the majority of what we pay out through the year because we're taxed to death. Oh, no, headache. Oh, I'm glad that the Tylenol's kicking in. I had to take some. Well, I took some last night. That's probably why I slept pretty good. Just trying to ward off the aches and pains because usually in the middle of the night when I wake up, it's like, oh God, I can't move. And so, yeah, I gotta slap a couple of pills in just so I can function. I'm good trying to wake up. Good for you. Heather, we could talk about anything and everything. Throw it out there. Jam, anyone? Ooh. Depends on what you put it on. Everything is taxed, then taxed again, and then taxed for the tax. Exactly, Phil. We are so retaxed around. Oh, God, it's ridiculous. Hey, Julie, how's it going? Yeah, from an old job that my husband had, he had a retirement fund. Well, instead of rolling it over, because now pretty much he's working independently, he just took the payout. Well, of course, once you take the payout, the money's taxed when you put it in there. And then when you take the payout, you're taxed again. And it's a penalty and taxes. It's just a bunch of crap. Just another way of sucking your money out of you. That, as far as I'm concerned, they're not entitled to. You worked for it, you put it away, and then they have the nerve to take it. We can't get out. We can't get away with it. It is what it is. Of course, unless you're rich, then they know the ins and outs and they can get away with it. Isn't it amazing the crap they get away with? Good morning, take one. How are you? I think we need to start slapping Uncle Sam in the hand and telling him to back off. But nobody's going to do any of that. So we just take what they dish out and bitch about it. It's like every year, like our gas now is up to $5 a gallon. Ugh, and it's not even summertime yet. My husband's bitching. And I says, well, there's a simple way of curing that problem. Everybody in the country just don't buy gas for a week. And I guarantee you the prices will drop, but people won't do it. So see, if you don't do it as a group, forget it. Nothing gets accomplished. I'll get a little chunk from no tax on overtime. Yeah, see, that's in overtime. And my husband used to bitch about that too. When you're forced to do overtime, you're working for Uncle Sam. You don't even get to see any of it. Maybe a few pennies here and there. It's just a whole bunch of crap. And when my husband worked for the county, and they used to be on call in the winter months because he used to have to go plow. And of course, that was considered bonus time because it's overtime. But that got taxed to death. And I'm thinking, well, not for nothing. It's a bonus because you're on call because of the weather. That shouldn't even be touched by the government. But nope, they get it. Gas went down to $3.85 this morning. Good for you. Yeah, here it's still $5. And we haven't. That's the highest it's been in years. And I told my husband, I said, don't be shocked because summer is coming. And it happens every year when the good months, vacation months show up, the gas goes way up because they want to suck you dry. My brother has a small smart car. It takes $20 to fill. Yeah, that's the. I would have one of those just to zip around town. But for a trip, I mean, we bring up a lot of stuff, and we'd have to have something. That's why we have the truck. People will not work together. The government has a master job driving us from each other. You are so right, One Take. You are so right. Oh my God. Yeah. 11. Oh my God. Born free, taxed to death. Well, you know what? That's the only time we are free is at the moment of birth. And that's it. After that, the saying is they get you coming in, they get you going out. And it's the truth. Costs a fortune to have a baby. Then to care for that child for the 18 or to 21 years. And then, of course, when you're old and, you know, it's a fortune to have a funeral. Be grateful our gas was up to almost $6. It's back down to about $5 right now. Yeah, I'm thinking it's going to be over $6 by summertime. And apparently we got a storm brewing because I heard rumbling outside. As far as my dog isn't trying to dig through the door. Yep, certainty light. Yep, death and taxes. You are so right. That's why I was saying, yesterday that, I understand why people are now going to like the the little houses and living in vans or campers or whatever because and a lot of them are seniors in their early 60s and up that are switching over to this lifestyle because they can't afford to live on Social Security. Price of barrel has dropped to 88. Looked last I looked better than 120. Yeah. I told my daughter not to have a funeral for me. I have no friends or family. Who cares anyway? Oh, Julie, I'm sure somebody would come. But you know what? Like my parents, yeah, no funeral for them. They don't want nothing. They look at it this way: if you can't come see them when they're alive, don't bother when they're dead. Can't hug anybody when you're already dead. So right. Same thing with the flowers. If you can't send me flowers when I'm alive, forget it. Excuse me. Sunny here is supposed to get up into the 90s. Oof, goodness. Yeah, we're supposed to be up into the 70s today, but it's raining. But that's all right. I'll take it. Better than freezing to death and being buried in snow. And hopefully the snow forecast for Monday is isn't going to happen. Talk about a nightmare. Good morning, Michelle. From the rainy Pacific Northwest. Yeah, raining here too. I said to D the other day, if petrol prices keep rising and he can no longer afford to drive, then he should put on his CV non-car driver. No one calls, no one comes to see me. Now why have a funeral? Exactly. So, well, that's when they would all show up. Oh, that's the thing that kills me. You haven't seen people in years, but yeah, they show up at the funeral. So yeah, why bother? I don't plan on having a funeral either. Just put me in the hole. What are you gonna do? And I myself, I hate funerals anyway. I think I get it. The funeral is closure for some people. Me, I think it's horrible. If you ever just sit back and watch, and I did that as a teenager when an uncle of mine passed away, and I sat in the back of the room and I was watching everybody. And the whole family is up front, and everybody's and sobbing and all of that, and you get the line, and everybody comes through. Oh, we're so sorry, blah 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 blah. And then it would calm down, and everybody would be good, and then it would start up again when the next group of people come through. And I'm thinking, why do we do this to ourselves? Horrible. So yeah, don't want to do it. Good morning, Cree. How are you? The blockade on Iran, everyone is taking new routes straight to the U.S. Gulf. Prices should be dropping. More selling Texas oil. Hopefully, God, hopefully it just it drops down to a decent price so people can at least enjoy the outdoors and go somewhere. April showers bring May flowers. That's right. Yeah, flowers are popping all up. Hopefully the snow isn't going to be a big deal. I'm hoping it just warms up and it just starts to rain. But that's normal for around here. We can have snow into May in this area. It's happened. Our family has traditionally never had funerals, just a quick graveside service. Yeah, I figured, just have a little something at the house. A little bit of food, a little bit of talk, and then get the hell out because people are feeling crappy anyway. But I get it. There's a lot of people that, don't have closure unless they have the funeral. So if you got, 20, 30,000, go ahead. We didn't even have a funeral for my mother-in-law because everybody she knows is gone. And that would have just been us. And I go, why go through the expense of 8 to 10 grand for an El Cheapo funeral for 4 people? And there was a lot of people that we knew that were a little upset about that. They go, well, gee, you think you could live with that decision? So yeah, we're good. Nobody was going to show up anyway. Why do it? Let's see. In a lot of pain, fibro flare up, but the hubby is doing well. Think we figured something out and he can walk without falling now. Well, that's good, but I'm sorry about the fibro flare up. Mine's just starting. The burning is just starting. That's because the rain's rolling in. Blame the Victorians. It was their idea to wear black too. Yeah, I just a waste of time. And it's horrible. I think it makes people feel worse. Only flowers I got is dandelions. Little puffballs of doom. Yard was mowed yesterday and they popped up 8 inches tall overnight. That's when you dig them up and you fry them up in a pan, Phil. Dandelions are good. I have seedlings already. Wait till after Mother's Day to plant outside. Oh yeah, should that? Well, yeah, you should have. The seeds should be already ready to rock and roll for outdoors. I didn't start any kind of flowers this year. I burn all the time. I do too, Julie. But when it's when bad weather's coming, it intensifies, and then it pretty much activates a flare up. And that's when I start popping the Tylenol and ice packs and whatever. Because then when I go into a full blown flare up, then I'm worthless. I'm stuck in bed. crying. It's pretty much the extent of it. You know, Julie, you're there, you know. I have a new crock pot. Don't tempt me. Ooh, a new crock pot. Yeah, dandelions are awesome. My grandmother used to make them all the time. I went to my granddad's funeral in purple and gold threaded mirror work cuffed trousers. Nice. You wear what you want nowadays. I don't think people really follow the all black tradition anymore. Last funeral I went to was a friend of mine. She died young because of her own stupidity, which is just terrible. She was an alcoholic, but she also was a diabetic, and she had a sore develop on her foot. Had it checked out, and the doctor says, we got to come back. We got to keep an eye on it so it doesn't get infected. And she was embarrassed because of the way it looked, so she didn't go back. And of course, you guys guess what happened there. Infection set in, she went septic and ended up in the hospital. And it only took a matter of days before her body shut down. And it's a shame because we miss her dearly. And if she just wasn't so stupid and just went back to the doctor, she'd still be here. But everybody makes their choices. And it is what it is. And that was actually the last funeral that I actually attended in person. Because normally we don't go to funerals because I just think it's horrible. Eat the puffballs, dandelions, high in vitamin C. Eat all. Yeah, dandelions are awesome. I used to like them when she would mix them up with scrambled eggs, and when I had dandelions and eggs, or she'd make, I don't know, she would season them up with something I don't remember. It's been so long, and I would have it like a sandwich. It was like, and I remember when I first met my husband, I said, well, I'm going to go home and have dandelion sandwich, and he looked at me like I was nuts. And he'd come home with me, and he's seen. I go, no, see him because my grandmother was over for the weekend. And he goes, oh my God, he never had that stuff. Sorry to hear about the fibro, but glad to hear the husband's doing better too. Yeah, it's always a bonus when somebody's doing good. I kind of don't want to cremate you though. Yeah, cremation. I know somebody who is a funeral director, and he said he wouldn't be cremated. So that's all I'm going to tell you about that. Because I thought of that too. Well, just cremate and get it over quick. Yeah, no, it's not a really pleasant experience for the deceased, to put it that way. We're supposed to have wind storm here today. It's already gust up to 18 miles per hour. Oh my goodness. Hold on to your bloomers. I've been into so many funerals. Yeah, no, now what I just always tell everybody, we don't attend, but I do usually send something, a card, and some occasions, depends on who it is, we'll send flowers, but and of course the majority of people I know are Catholic belief, so we send some kind of like a holy, object of some kind, and because the funerals are just terrible. His brother was a mortician for you. Yeah, so they could tell, yeah, the cremation isn't the greatest thing. Well, I'm about to harvest my front yard. There you go. Dig them up. Just make sure you wash them good. You don't know what dog peed on them. Betty likes the tea. My other grandmother used to make tea out of it. Yep. But we always ate dandelions. And then after my grandmother passed, then we just didn't do it anymore, which is kind of stupid. But yeah, it's been about 30 years since I've had dandelions, to be honest. They burn, then grind you up. Yeah, that's pretty much what they do. And it's just not an attractive thought of how this process is just awful. You're gone. It's not going to hurt you. Yeah, I know, Julie, but just the thought. That's the part that creeps me out. I'm being cremated. My son and my hubby wanted to be cremated. Yeah, my parents want to be cremated. And most people do it because it's cheaper. Actually, because I thought about that for a while too until I found out the details about cremation and stuff. I thought about being mixed in because they have a company that will mix your ashes in with um tree seedlings so that you could grow and be a part of a tree. And I thought, well, that is an awesome idea. But yeah, I don't know. Cremation. I'd rather be above ground in a mausoleum. But yeah, of course, I gotta hit the lottery for that one. Oh, dandelion wine. Yeah, but that was nice. My problem with cremation is that you are destroying a lot of good chemicals that should return to the earth and feed other life. Yeah. And of course, depending on your religious beliefs, is actually you're not supposed to be cremated. You're supposed to be, yeah, returned to the earth from which you come from, if that's what you believe. But I don't know. I guess it's all family creation is a good way to save on plots, share plot. Exactly. Exactly. Because yeah, one of my sister-in-laws, we had her cremated and she was put in with her grandparents. It saved on buying a plot. And just on the stone, they just added her name and the date. So I don't know. It just depends. You could be buried with under a tree. Yeah, this company is you're mixed in with the seedlings and the soil that they for the tree, and then they plant it, and then you, as the tree grows, all of that you grow into with the tree. I think it's really cool. So, but who knows? I don't know. I'm just gonna tell them do whatever you throw me in the creek. I don't do whatever you want. They also have companies that will take your ashes and make diamonds with it. Yes, I've seen that, and I've seen companies where they'll take it and they'll swirl them in and make paperweights with them, jewelry. That kind of creeps me out. My niece had that done with her mother. She had some of the ashes incorporated in jewelry that her and her sister wear, and I'm like, I think that's pushing it a little bit much for me, but to each his own. Uh, it's cool, but also kind of morbid to wear a ring that's made from grandma. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm getting like. Kind of creeps me out. Hey there, Lauren, all in chat. Hey, Wendy, how's it going? I've been about past few weeks, much been poorly, and on the up finally with work and family issues. I know we're all having issues. This year has been shit. It was supposed to be better, and it's just been shit for everybody. Phil, I don't know, but it's I don't know if the company is based out of California. Could be. Leave it up to them, right? But yeah, you're mixed in with the seedlings for and you can pick any tree you want. So I mean, if you want to be a giant redwood, then you're put in with that. It's just I think it's really cool. But I won't have that done. There are natural burials where your body feeds mushrooms. Yeah. My garden is already a pet cemetery. I have a tree. Yeah, see? We actually only have one pet buried in the yard. It was my niece's chinchilla, Chester. But I put a rose bush over the top of him. So, and they're black roses. So the black roses are Chester. It's been shit since 2024. Exactly, Betty. Exactly. It's just, and all you keep saying, God, I hope it's better. I hope it's better next year. I guess we just, the bottom line is we've got to choose whether to make it good or not. The outside world we can't control. We can just kind of sort of control our own space and choose whether to make it good or not. But we all have our moments where, I've had enough. Julie, that's my God. Did you watch episode of the X-Files? Feed the mushrooms. and let John Boy order. Oh God, I know. Is that the most disgust? That makes me gag every time. Oh, I'm sorry. Tuna on a pizza. I'm sorry. I'm really sleepy now. I have my Great Dane and Boxer ashes here. I know a lot of people do that. They have their pets cremated and they save them. I don't do that. We would have them buried somewhere and it's usually in a spot that they like. Well, of course, the chinchilla was never outside, but we picked a perfect spot in the yard for him, and I figured out, and I found this black roses, which they're actually really just deep, deep purple, and they look black. And I said, it's perfect. And so I put that right over the top of them. I love pineapple pizza, but tuna, no. That doesn't even sound good. I'm sorry. But if he likes it, knock himself out. But every time it's mentioned, it's Sarah's live. I like kind of gag a little bit. I'm like, oh God, that's so bad. People put ashes on plants and killed the plants, but I could be wrong, so not sure if it's true. Well, I know that if have a fire, just a regular fire, and you're burning stuff, uh, a lot of people do that. They use the ashes as fertilizer. So as far as human remains, I don't know, but like I said, this company does it and with the trees, and I guess it's pretty popular. Who knows? But I know that they ashes are used for a lot of things. My friend tried to have his cat taxidermied. I had that poor fluff in his freezer for months. They will do that here, Mr. Prism. They'll do your pet for you if you want. Which no, sorry. I mean, I love my pets, but that would just creep me out. No. My parents did that with the family dog and then planted a bush, can't remember, and put the ashes in the dirt around it. So I don't know if it would cause an issue. And then, you'll hear, I want scatter my ashes. And actually, my father was saying that to me, have his scatter. Well, actually, my father wants to be shot into outer space. I said, well, Dad, I can't arrange. I'm sorry. And then he was talking about having it scattered. I said, I'm not doing that either because I've seen people do that and the wind kicks up and it gets blown all over you. That would just creep me out for the entire rest of my life. I said, my luck, my mouth would be open and fly in my mouth and then I'd be throwing up all over. So I said, that's not going to happen either. Oh my God, Mr. Prism, seriously? Yeah, no, I know there's a few people I know that had pets. They sent them to the taxidermist. I'm thinking, no, that's crazy. It's bad in consecration due to the pH balance, etc. Yeah, well, I guess people are going to do it no matter what Google's saying. Very true, but still a month. I've watched Lauren, the mortician, and it's not good. It's not good. I told my nuts that you better not die before the divorce because I'll turn him into kitty litter. Oh my God. Hey, V team, how's it going? I had actually a friend of ours said it one time. He wanted to be cremated and sprinkled on a pizza and have his friends eat them. I said, well, that's one pizza party I'm gonna miss. I'm not doing that. We hope you have an awesome day today, V team. Kitty litter. That's hilarious. My husband always used to joke around with his mother and tell me he was gonna flush her down the toilet. She'd get a little out of sorts, and he'd go, "Keep it up, old lady." And when I cremate you, I'll flush it down the toilet. Then she goes, "You little bastard, you probably would." No, we were good. We put her in the cemetery where she had to go. But it's still funny to heckle him. Yeah, and after that month, he got the cat cremated. They had to rush to the place because the cat started to thaw and smell. Oh, it must have been awful. It must have been awful. Just bury it. Get it over with. Again, I've had the pleasure of working with a couple of really good minds, but boy, are they weird. Yeah. Yeah, scientists are a bit on the strange side. I think you got to be, though, to understand all of that. A little bit on the weird side. PH, not phone. Yeah, autocorrect, right? Yeah, a lot of my friends, even my son's girlfriend, when her last pet passed away, she had it cremated. She's got it in the house. To me, just bury them. Hello, Big Stew. How are you? What's going on in Big Stew's world? I don't know. I just figure you bury them and that's it. That's closure for me. For the longest time, my niece had her mom in the urn in the house, and my husband was a little upset about it. He says, "Well, when are you gonna put her in the cemetery?" And she didn't want to let go, and I get it. It's your mom, you miss her, but you gotta have some kind of closure. And so she finally did put her in the cemetery. It took a while. Question: the toilet. You say it's weird a Viking funeral. Yeah, actually, Viking funerals are cool. So, but of course, around here you'd have to get permission. Because I have a friend of ours who spent the majority of his life on the river in Alex Bay area. So he wanted to be scattered on the river, and you have to get permission because they consider it pollution. I'm thinking, are you kidding me? You've got all these people in there that go swimming in the river. You got boat residue from gasoline. People peeing in the water. You got everything, creatures peeing and messing in the water, and you're worried about a little bit of ashes. Really? But yeah, you have to get permission to dump somebody into the river or the lake or whatever. And like I said, my father wanted to be shot into space. I go, when the hell? I don't have no connections with NASA. Well, I do have connections with NASA, but not that much. I can have you shot into space. So I guess you're going to have to stay grounded. Oh, my Lord. That's just, I don't even have words. I feel bad for them. They must have loved that kitty so much, but still trying not to laugh. But people do crazy things for love. Yeah, they do. I wouldn't mind being cremated and spread in Alaska. Well, let the kids know, Julie. Say, hey, this is what I want. Take that trip. Don't tell anybody, and have them just walk around in a beautiful field somewhere and just sprinkle as they go. Depends on ecosystems with permissions. You got to have permission for everything here in New York, Phil. It's ridiculous. They ended up not sprinkling them in the river. They buried him in the local cemetery where he loved to go. But I told her, I said, don't bother, don't ask, just get in the boat. And as you guys are going up the river, somebody in the back, just open the thing up and sprinkle as you go. Nobody's paying attention. Up there, they're having fun, getting drunk and going out on the water on jet skis and boats. They're not paying any attention to you. So just, or you get close enough to one of the big ships coming through the channel and just sprinkle it in there. The ship will churn it up and nobody will know the difference. My little dog Ozzy's ashes are in a picture frame. It's National Banana Day. It is. Oh, then everybody should probably send Justin a banana because it's National Banana Day. Speaking of which, where's Steph been? Steph has been overloaded with personal stuff. So because I did speak with her recently. She apologizes that she hasn't been here hanging out with any of us. She's just on overload like the rest of us. Hello, Alexis. Getting ready for the gym. You go. I haven't been to the gym in years. National Banana Day. You mean where's Justin? Yeah, we all need to send him a banana. I'm serious. So if anybody does a live later and he's in there, you got to send him a banana. That's hilarious. For space, have him be a part of a firecracker, maybe. Actually, that's what he was thinking. Have me go to a fireworks manufacturer, have him incorporated with a bottle rocket or something. I said, I'm not doing that. It would be crazy. No, I'm not doing that. I have an uncle that does work with NASA. It would be nice if we could finagle something like that, but I really, really doubt it. I don't know any astronauts that would sneak him on board and then jettison him out into space, but he would love that. See, I really understand. Okay. Their actions, but still, yeah, I don't know how I would do with a cat being in the freezer for so long. And like I said, I just bury them. That's just how I feel about it. That's why we was saying love has no bounds. Let's hope he doesn't know it's Banana Day. We want a live stream. Yeah. Actually, it would be cool if I had him the ashes mixed in with the making of components because my father's an electronics guy, so that would be cool. Computers running and he's mixed in there with the with the plastic or something. That would be so cool. Sure, it could be done. Like I said, they make jewelry and all kinds of crap. So why wouldn't they? They just have to find somebody who would do something like that. You can't eat bananas, really? Are you allergic or Creases can't stand bananas? Oh, Cree. Me, I enjoy a good banana. And then when they get too ripe, then you make banana bread. Actually, for Easter, we had my son's girlfriend made a banana cheesecake. First time I ever had it. It was awesome. I'd mix my father's ashes with the paint of a guitar. He would not even be mad. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can do. I mean, if you really want to do that kind of thing. I love fruit, but all white fruit and veggies trigger my IBS. Oh, yeah. Everyone send Justin a message. Just an emoji of a banana. Yeah. If you're wondering I wonder if he knows. That would be hilarious, Julie. My mom doesn't. Your mom doesn't like watermelon? Oh my God. I could just. One year, I think we had, it was like every other day I was buying watermelon. His ashes are in a container behind the frame. Yeah. My son's girlfriend, I don't know, some kind of fancy box or something. Uh, she's got it in the curio cabinet for her. I think it was trying to think. I think it was a cat. I'm not sure. I forgot. There are companies that mix ashes into fireworks over here in the UK. Oh, is there? That's cool. I'm sure you could probably find something here, but I don't know. I don't know. Say to me, eating watermelon is like eating what sand. Oh, I remember you saying that. That's how the texture grosses you out. And you think bananas are slimy. Wow. Wait, how many is my enemy? Can't get near my face. Allergic issues there? Watermelon is gorgeous. Yeah, it is. It doesn't have many. It's big. Well, yeah, well, they're all, and it's the sizes. They're small. When we were younger, you used to get, watermelon that was the size of a torpedo. Yeah, okay, it was loaded with seeds. Who cares? And that's when you used to spit the seeds at each other when you were a kid. But now you get, it's like the size of a basketball or smaller, and it's triple the price. Ridiculous. Hello there, Mason. How are you doing? Don't forget, guys, tonight I'm doing the show with Mason, Friday House, and Kenny Biddle. And we are going to dive into white noise and infrasound. And I know Kenny's going to get us going, but I want all sides of the coin on this one. So I'm really looking forward to that. So I told everybody, I said, don't make any, I have a show tonight. It's important. I don't want to hear nothing from nobody. I'm going to be busy. I'm good. Looking forward to it. Me too, sir. Me too. Isn't it funny how certain things just, how people react to certain foods? It really is weird. As like Creed doesn't like bananas, doesn't eat watermelon. I don't know. I don't know what I would do. I would eat bowls of fruit all day long if I could get my hands on it. Like I finally cut up the not watermelon. Good Lord, the pineapple that I bought the other day. Oh my God, it was pure candy. Beautiful pineapple. And I made ham steak for dinner, and I took some of the fresh pineapple and I crushed it up and squeezed the juice over the ham while it was cooking. And it was beautiful. A beautiful thing. But I can't find in Quebec. I can't order it on Amazon. Nothing. It sucks. Really? You can't order it on Amazon? Amazon, you could buy everything. I'm really surprised. Yes, and I want to apologize, Mason. I didn't know you were doing a live last night. And I went live just because. Actually, it's because I was doing the wiring and sound system for the latest miniature I'm doing, and I wanted everybody to see it while I was doing it. And then I was told afterwards that you were going on. I don't know if that's all sides of the coin. Well, you know what? I want to dive into it. That's why I want you guys to get your good questions out, because I don't know. I think there's possibilities that there can be communication through maybe lower frequencies or something. Are we missing something? See, this is what I want to dip into. Is there something we're missing and we just don't realize it? And I know they've done testing, the spirit boxes and all that crap, but maybe old school stuff. I'm not talking about up to dated equipment that they've put out there. Oh, you're totally good. There were too many of us to worry much about stuff like that. You just have to, as much right as me to go. Yeah, but I don't like to step into somebody else's time slot. And I didn't realize it until somebody go, oh, well, Mason's going on. I'm like, oh shit. I didn't know. And of course, I like to watch myself, so I miss it because then I'm on here running my yap. So we're all missing something, Laura. Yeah, I know. I'm always missing something. But I didn't want anybody to miss out on me doing the wiring, because you guys never see me do the wiring when I'm doing the building. So I said, well, gee, nobody's on. Let me sneak on there, and so everybody could see it. Oh, I live in Mexico. I could get anywhere. And since I moved to Quebec, I can't. I just blows my mind what you cannot get in Canada. There totally explains it. Well, my sister-in-law lived up in it's called Katyville. It was like on the border, U.S. border and Canada border. And now I understand why there was a huge grocery store right on the border area there, because people from Canada were coming over and doing their grocery shopping. Because apparently you guys can't get nothing. It's blowing steady 20 miles an hour. Higher gusts. Catch me when I blow by. I will. I'll put the net out for you, Sage. We got a big net. Yeah, totally good. We had stream to decide. I'm King Cupid. Mr. Gray won. Oh, he did. I'm going to have to catch it later. I'm not a huge fan of spirit boxes, but I've thought about playing with one. Well, as I was saying, what I'm dealing with is old, like an old radio. I mean, this is like Radio Shack radio, if you guys know what Radio Shack is. And on the AM frequencies, it picks up absolutely nothing but the white noise. But I'm still gonna hear. Well, no, it's gonna pick up stuff here and there. I have been playing with this thing. It's picking up nothing. Only the FM channels pick up stuff. But then I want to move towards. Well, what if you use an old television? The old TVs don't pick up signals unless you hook up some kind of antenna to it. So that's a true white noise. So is it possible if we hooked up like an old black and white TV and just sit and listen and see what happens? Yeah, have a friend send you a hominy care package. Yeah, that's what she's gonna have to do. Does Mr. Gray know about it yet? Yeah. So yeah, that's the thing we want to totally discuss. See what we come up with. You know, because not everything communicates on the same frequency. So are we missing something? And we just don't realize it? But we're going to dive into all of that and see what everybody's got to say. Yeah, usually when I do something for somebody in the magazine, I send them a direct link to let them know that they're in it. It's usually a shock. Well, I'm not going to even, not hooking it up to anything, just plugging it in, Mr. Prism. Just plug it in, turn it on, and see what happens. And actually, I've got a couple of old televisions up in the attic. Of course, we got a couple in the cellar. We got a few TVs all over. But I've got an old black and white that I used to use as a teenager, and it's still in the attic. And just strip all the antenna and stuff off, because all you're going to get is that white noise, because it's so outdated. It's not up to date to the modern fiber optic crap that we use. So it's interesting, good for an experiment. If you catch something on TV static, it would mean that spirits could be detected with a Geiger counter. Well, that's what I'm saying. We don't know. Do we know this for sure? Even though people say, "Oh, no, no," that's what I'm saying. But how do we know? It's just as much as saying, "Well, no, it's not true." But how do you know it isn't true? And we've just got it programmed into us that it doesn't work or it's not true. That's what I'm saying. I've had TV come through in the middle of the night. Ah. Actually, it's funny. With our stereo system, the subwoofer, oh my God, I had to unplug the thing because like 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, all of a sudden you get this horrible vibration noise through the subwoofer. First time it happened, it scared the shit out of me. I used to run into the front room like a zombie trying to find the buttons to shut it off. And I'm like, what the hell? And it would do it every so often. So we had to unplug it. Oh yeah, James, don't read that, James. Julie says we don't know anything. We don't. That's the bottom line. We don't. Kenny said he never had hits with the Geiger counter, so he stopped using them. I always tell everybody I'm not a big fan of the gadgets, but you never know. We don't know. Maybe there's something that we might discover just stumbling across it. You know what I mean? Majority of the time, yeah, it's going to be nothing. You know, like when Mason goes out and you see him, he's got the stuff and he's testing this, testing that, testing the theory. And just because, 9 times it's crap, that 10th time something might pop up that make you shit your shorts, I always tell everybody just keep playing with the stuff. Because unless you've had your own total experience, all of it's a guessing game, and it's hard to prove, especially a personal experience. I've had several experiences, but there was nobody around. So how do you prove that? It's just either you believe me or you don't. And I believe that they're trying to communicate, because why would you have these kinds of experiences? Hey, Paul, how's it going? Did you get back safe and sound? And it was totally freaking me out, you driving on the I know you guys drive on the other side of the road. But I'm like, "Oh my god." Cynthia, good morning. No one will question you if you smuggle honey across the border. Yeah. Do you have anything to declare? Oh, no. Actually, what's weird is I just found this out recently watching a video on YouTube that when you go across the border, you're not even supposed to have plants. Like these were people that were in a van, van lifers. And they asked them if the plants were real or fake, because you're not even supposed to transport plants. And I was like, really? Okay. I didn't know. I thought it was just, food items. And, of course, they don't want you doing drugs, but or alcohol. But I didn't know that potted plants were not allowed either. And of course, you don't know the plants are artificial. So the guy goes, oh, okay. I thought that was kind of strange, but I know I had to tease you, Paul. It was like, he's driving on the wrong side of the road. I always come in at an odd state. That's a discussion between Phil and Cree. Cynthia. Trying to do a hominy drop. Imagine hiring out a helicopter just to do a drop in her yard. Plants, they worry about the green stuff. Yeah, most likely. I don't know. I just thought that it was straight. I'm thinking, oh my God, really? You can't have household plants in your van or camper? It floors me what you can't get in Canada. It's like I was saying how you make corned beef. They can't get corned beef in Canada. I mean, why not? Can't pretty much anybody get that everywhere, I guess? I don't know. I guess not. They don't want you to store aloe vera. I know. It's just there you go. He'll send it by Canadian goose mail. A homing goose. Just hook it up, send it on its way. Or parsley. Yeah, really, I know. Oh, that's just my basil. Oh, sure. Yeah, and you guys can't get it either, right? Oh my God. Hey, God Gal. Hello. Welcome in. Well, I couldn't live there. You guys don't get corned beef. I can't live there. We just had that a couple of nights ago. Oh, it was beautiful. It's a beautiful thing. Raised by an Irish mother, hate corned beef. Oh no, I love it. I cook it in the crock pot, slow cooker, if that's what you guys want to call that. And so it's cooking all day, and it's like the smell, and I'm thinking, oh, it drives you nuts. That's odd. I never thought about not being able to get how many. I don't eat it though. I know. Well, see, that's the thing. We all assume, well, no. I mean, why wouldn't you be able to get it? But apparently, there's a lot of places that don't get certain foods. Well, I learned that living in Missouri, Cynthia. The Italian section in the stores in Missouri is very small. And when I like to make Italian food, and I had a hard time finding ingredients. Oh my god. There are 100 grease. Oh my god, there's 100 geese at my work parking lot. Oh, we have them all over the place here, Phil. We have a golf course that's not too far from us, and they hang out around the ponds. And then the local cemeteries have ponds, and there's just loads of them. Hey, Ozzy, how's it going? They won't let plants cross the border. I said pants. You can't bring those pants across there. But okay, well then that makes sense. Is that the same thing as spam? Are you talking about corned beef? Oh God, no. Unless it's in a can, then yeah, it's kind of like that, but better. Spam's disgusting. If you see geese with bags of hominy flying over Canada, you know what happens. Yeah. They're gonna drop it. No pants across the board. Jimmy would approve. I know. Apparently, my tongue's not awake yet. Let's see. Only a corned beef and cold sandwich with English mustard. Not had it cooked or hot. Guess it's nice. Oh, it is. It is. You make it with carrots and potatoes and a cabbage, and oh god, it's great. I'm struggling to get Chinese dumpling pastry, and I have a new recipe I'm dying to try out. Oh, You see, we have access to all that stuff here. You just go to the Chinese food section in the store, and I have an international market that's 2 blocks up the street from me, where I can get all that stuff too. I just never think of going to another state or another country and they don't have that stuff. Yes, you got to put it in the slow cooker. You cook for about 8 to 10 hours, and it is just awesome. And I like to put I put a horseradish sauce over the top of it. A lot of people don't like it with the sauce, but I do. It's good. Phil has developed a hominy delivery system. The word suspect as long as they don't eat it first. Yeah. That's right. It's a new industry now. We have flocks of them that fly over our house. Now I'm going to be looking out to see if they got any any baggage attached to their feet. It cracks me up because when they fly by, and of course, they make the honking noise, and my dog's like, "What the hell?" And she's looking all over trying to figure out where it's coming from. Well, I'll have to convince the Canadian geese to port first. Yum, I must try it, but we only have it here from a can. Will that work the same? Oh, no, no, no. No, a totally different thing in the can. You have to it has to be fresh. So you'd have to go to the store and see if they have that option for you. Yeah, it's got to be raw. You put it in there, slow cooker on low for like 8 to 10 hours. And that's the trick to corned beef. The longer you cook it, the better. It's gross white corn. Yeah, I haven't really eaten it. I've only had it in Livia once or twice in my life, Phil. So yeah, I don't eat it that much. Well, I'll have to get more coffee. I slept in, but my brain's still fit. Yes, you got the fog going on. You mean minced beef, raw mince, and do it yourself? No, it's actually it's like a roast, a brisket. There you go. That's what they would call it, a brisket style. But it's a different section of the cow, so it has a totally different taste than regular beef roast. So it's hard to explain, but it's definitely well worth it. I've only seen corned beef slightly thinned as oh yeah, well they do that's a big thing around here, having corned beef sandwich. They call it Reuben. It's corned beef, sauerkraut, and Thousand Island dressing. And some people put cheese on it. On toasted rye bread. Holy shit, man, that's great. That's a great sandwich. And you get that on any and every corner in New York City, you can get those sandwiches. And we have a few places that make them here, but I make it myself because it's cheaper. Oh, so if we ever have like leftover corned beef from a dinner, then yeah, I'll slice it up thin and make a sandwich with it. No, Wendy, not minced beef. It's a whole piece of raw meat. We also call it silver side. Ah, see, that's what I'm saying. It could be called something different somewhere else. So you'd have to look that up. Like cauliflower of corn, more like it. If it's white, I probably can't have it anyway. All right, Julie's not liking something. Is it corned beef or this is a sandwich or I ordered myself a pack of duck eggs. Oh, I love duck eggs. Yes, they're good. My husband won't eat them, but I'm on board. Totally on board for that. My husband thinks I'm nuts. Oh, you can't believe you're eating those. I said, it's a bird. Chicken's a bird. It's an egg. It's the same damn thing. Ozzy, I get it now. I think my mom cooks something similar. Piece of brisket cooked with onions, carrots, kind of gravy. All of the above. Oh, Julie don't like it. Sorry, Julie. Hard to find a proper Reuben in my area. Yeah, and it's strange because Missouri is like meat and potato country. So you'd think you'd be able to, but they don't eat that stuff. So you pretty much have to get it yourself. Cook it, slice it thin, and then just get the sauerkraut and stuff in it. It's because a lot of people don't ew sauerkraut, but you got to have it on the Reuben. I'm telling you, if you've never had one, you've got to try it. Either you're gonna love it or you're not. That's pretty much it. I'm sorry, but I don't know what the other countries call it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, we call it corned beef brisket, but I don't know anybody else what they would call it anywhere else. And see, that's what I found out living in Missouri. A lot of things they have like here I was looking, I was gonna make it's called chicken riggies, the dish, and you had to have hot cherry peppers. And I couldn't find hot cherry peppers in Missouri in the store. And the reason was because they don't have it listed like that. They call them hot pepper rings. They would be chopped up already. And that's what they were called, hot pepper rings. So it took me a little while to figure out, but Arby's not available for a Reuben. Arby's Reuben isn't bad, but they don't toast the bread enough. But it's a good, if you got, a hankering and you can't get your hands on a good one, it's a second best choice. We had a restaurant that used to make killer Reubens and homemade onion rings. Oh, it must have been awesome. Ozzy says we call it corned beef or silverside. See, I never heard of it called silverside. So that's good to know. So yeah, that's what it is. It could be called something different. You just got to look it up. Arby's is nasty. I would not try. Yeah, we have like one Arby's here, and it's not bad. So it's okay. But it's like maybe like a once every couple of months trip. Are we talking about food? Of course we are. Guys, I think we're all hungry. I know I'm hungry. I haven't eaten yet. I should have grabbed one of those stroopwafel cookies on the way through, but I didn't, which are pretty good. Not what I was expecting, but it was good. It's better than cat taxidermy. Yeah, I'd rather talk about food instead of cat taxidermy. Even though taxidermy is an interesting subject, it's pretty cool how they do that. I wouldn't do it. It's kind of gross, but if an odd message comes out, my kitten is trying to play with my phone. He keeps tapping on Laura's face. Oh, he sees the ring moving. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Did you find this true? Actually, Leanne sent me a care package. She's such a what a doll she is. She sent me the Stroop waffles in the mail. I had this box show up on the porch. I'm thinking, what the heck? She sent me a coffee pot, so I could make coffee with the Stroop waffles. And she sent me dark chocolate coffee, which is lovely, and a huge box of Junior Mints. So she has me hooked up for a while. It was so nice of her. So I think, what the heck is this box? And she had sent me, she goes, your continental breakfast is on its way. And I'm thinking, what are you talking about? So yes, the Stroop waffles. I don't know. I don't know really what I was expecting. I think I was expecting more of a pastry than a cookie. So, and it's really cool because it tells you on the package, you take it and you put it on top of your coffee mug with the hot coffee and it warms up the caramel inside. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try it. And I did that last night. I was like, holy shit, that's pretty good. Nice. Then you probably got the right ones. Oh, yeah. It says right on the box, product of the Dana or the Dutch. And I was like, oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I had messaged her and I says, you know what? And the thing is, when she sends the stuff, there's no return address. She does it on a sneak. And I said, listen, I need to send you a thank you of some kind. No, that's not necessary. Well, I feel bad. You sent me all of this stuff. And I don't know. So I'm going to come up with something. And either she's lurking or she's sleeping. So yeah, shh, don't tell her. But I'm going to come up with something. We're privileged to have 3 McDonald's, 2 Taco Bells, 3 Subways, 2 Wendy's. Phil, I'm telling you, if there's a restaurant you want to eat at, you come here. Pizzerias on top of pizzerias, you would be in heaven, Phil. Pizzerias up the ass around here. You can't sling a cat around anywhere without hitting a pizzeria because all different styles. And most of them are family owned, but we have a couple of commercial ones. We do have a Domino's. Only one. Because all the other commercial ones die off because people don't go to those. They go to the family run ones, which are 100 times better. So and they'll make any pizza you want. So I think Phil would be, in his glory. But we've got all kinds of ethnic foods in restaurants here, from Italian to Vietnamese Chinese, Bosnian, Jamaican. Good God, an Irish. We have an Irish club here. That Irish, anything you can think of, you can get here. Just don't sling a cat. As soon as you started calling out, I jumped and attacked my phone. Sorry. Here, kitty. No, I'm sorry. Oh, God. I've got some catnip. Oh, Indian restaurant, Lebanese restaurant, Puerto Rican, Dominican. We have a restaurant for everything around here. Pizza up your ass. Yeah, I'm telling you, there was all kinds of pizza, which is great because I do enjoy a good pizza. Actually, we had that the other day, a couple days ago. I got a nice small pepperoni pizza and some chicken wings. Oh, it was nice, a nice treat. I'm only in a town of 24,000, just chain restaurants, amazing. Oh, Phil, you'd love it here. Anything you, even though you've changed your diet to lose weight, you still, we have vegan restaurants. We've got another one. It's called Core. I think it's called Core, where it's all organic. It's pretty much a giant salad bar, is what it is. And you can put anything you want on the plate, and it's all organic, grown product. That place is always busy. And we've got the steakhouses, and yeah, so it's pretty big. And then if we don't have it here, which I highly doubt, then you just go to the next city over and you'll find something there. Oh, I thought we were talking about anything I wanted. Oh, yeah. Got to do groceries again. Did you guys just go? Well, while you're out, I still need rice. Don't have any. But you have fun. Be careful out there. Bring us back a treat. And the funny thing is that it makes it difficult when everybody goes, well, what do you want for dinner? Because we have so many choices. And it's usually, I don't know. I don't know. That's my husband. I don't know. And then I'll start naming off stuff. Oh, yep. Kebabs. Yep. Alexis, I'm telling you, anything you want, you can get. Except for haggis. You can't get that. I see we're deep into the food portion of the life. Yeah, I know everybody's got the food portion. Turkish food. Yep. It's because we have all these people that live here. We have a lot of immigrants that are here. You get Russian food. It's all, yeah, which is amazing. There you go. Now Justin has a banana. Oh, now we know what Pinky's been up to in the background. Can't wait to see that. That's the beauty of it. Anything you want. Just the tip of the iceberg. Have a great day, everyone. Peace and harmony vibes. Okay, Michelle, thanks for hanging out with us. Menu for today's supper is cheese dip. Oh, hey. Yeah, I say, no one wants haggis. Yeah, I've seen how they make that. I'm thinking, oh, who in their right mind would eat that? But apparently, back in the day, I mean, they used everything and they, ugh. That's the reason why I cook so much at home. There's no good takeaway here. Oh, yeah. If you've got the money, you never have to cook anything here. You just get on the phone and either have it DoorDash to the house or go pick it up. Or go there and eat. That, and that's what a lot of people do. That's why everybody's got a big ass. But if you make the right choices, because we all know that, yeah, McDonald's and all that stuff's not good for us. So that's why usually a treat. But if we order out, it's usually something that's, good. Something you would make at home, but it's. I mean, we got a place it's called the Spaghetti Kettle. All they make is spaghetti. I mean, who goes out to have spaghetti? Well, you can make that at home, but people do. Anything I want, tall, dark, handsome, will do. Honey, that's what the service, the wait service is for. You just go pick yourself up a waiter, or if you're lucky, the owner, or just another one of the customers. Yeah, we got a lot of those. Dancing around a banana in his monkey suit. Oh my God, Pinky. Oh, are you kidding? Haggis in a can. Oh God, that just brings that's just not good. That's not good. What do you heat it up? I don't know. What the hell do you do with it? That's just wrong. I ate my yesterday's experiment for lunch. That means anything with protein powder in it. I have a bit of a protein obsession. What did you make yesterday? I do that. I'll open up the refrigerator and say, let's see what I got. And then I just start pulling stuff out of there and throw it together. And it usually turns out pretty damn good. Cook it all up and it's, usually turns out pretty good. Long time ago, which I now call pork marinara. I had leftover pork. I'm thinking, what the hell am I going to do with this? So, got a big pot. I chopped it all up. I seasoned it with Syrian pepper, mint, salt, stir fried it a little bit, and added white onion. And then I added 2 cups of chicken broth, can of fire roasted tomatoes, Parmesan cheese, and then penne noodles. Bam, there you go. And it's freaking awesome. So now I make it all the time when I've got leftover pork. Oh my, just took down that big banana pretty fast. I'm missing out on something good. I gotta wait. Who just did my weekly weigh in and I hit my goal down 10 pounds 4 weeks due to predisposition of diabetes and heart disease. I'm trying to stay between 165 and 1. Good for you. Good for you. That's just wonderful, Cynthia. Well, I think isn't that what Phil? That's your goal is to get down because of health reasons. It's hard, but once you get into the routine, it's a lifestyle change. You can't call it a diet. It has to be a lifestyle change. Because diets, you lose the weight fast, but then when you go back to regular eating, bam, it comes right back on and more. So you have to change the lifestyle. It was homemade pizza with protein powder inside, cheese pizza. Oh, and it didn't give it a funny flavor or anything? Well, gee, if you were next to me, I've got a huge container of protein powder I could give you because nobody's touching it here. My husband started to use it, and then it's just sitting there. I'll end up throwing it out. I've been on a potato and onion diet, working so far, worth a try for a week. I've never heard of that potato and onion diet. What? Explain it, Phil. What is that about? See, I'm not a big person on potatoes. I don't eat that many potatoes. My husband eats potatoes all the time. Especially if I do roasted garlic potatoes. Yeah, my husband's all over that. See, I prefer rice. But I'll eat potatoes. They're okay. Depending on what they are. But potato and onion, okay. But the protein powder is vanilla flavored, so it was a bit weird. Ah, okay. That's what I was wondering if it changed the vanilla flavored cheese pizza. I don't know. It might be pretty cool. Thank you, Phil. Only a few more to go. Doc says slow and easy with some changes in my diet and adding a bit more activity uh, in my downtime. Yeah. Well, I thought you were looking okay, Cynthia, before you started it. But no, if it's you're feeling better, then that's great. And I know the doctors get on all of us. People come in all different sizes. We're not all cookie cutter. You have to be this much. Well, not everybody is going to be that much. Just baked potatoes, baked onions, both low calories, good for the gut and insulin blood sugar. Oh, okay. James just had a small pizza. No crumpets, James? James strayed from the norm and had pizza? I had leftover pizza yesterday for lunch. Now, see, I do love what I do. I don't know, Cynthia probably does it like I do, where you pan fry potatoes and onions, season them up, fried potatoes. But that's probably not the way they want. Yeah, he says you have to bake them. Fried potatoes aren't, because you got to add butter. I need a flavorless perfect. Oh, see the stuff we had, I think was chocolate. I think I haven't looked at it. It's just sits in the cupboard. Nobody's touching it. So I don't think chocolate would have worked for you. Chocolate cheese pizza. Was confused. Is this a main course or just? It's both. So you incorporated it together. One meal a day, 4 red potatoes, 1 onion, like 500 calories and filling. Yes, nice. Is there a calorie count that you're not going over, Phil? Because I know when I was doing dieting before COVID hit us, I was doing 900 calories a day, and I was full with the stuff that I was eating. But the 900 calories was causing an issue because that's I lost a lot of hair, and I found out with that kind of a diet, your hair follicles shut down, so your hair starts falling out. I was like, oh shit, am I gonna go bald? And of course, I had enough hair for like 3 people, and I lost like half of it. It was coming out in gobs. I thought I had cancer. I thought, oh, great, I'm dying. But when I did some research, then I found out what was going on. And then when I went back to normal eating, then the hair it came back. It's not 100% back, but I'm getting older. So, hey, TARDIS, good morning. Good morning. I even take vitamins and push ups so I can carry on eating crap. Laura, that's the deceptive part. My body weight gain doesn't show as much because I gain it head to toe, so it doesn't concentrate in one or two areas. I carry my weight well, so does. Oh, well, good for you. Yeah. Me, nope. It's either in the front or in the back end. Some, pear shaped. It's ridiculous. So yeah, that's what I'm wondering. If do you stay? I mean, I hope you're eating more than 500 calories a day because that. I mean, a 900 ain't great either, but five's pretty bad. So Chris needs 1 meal a day. Yeah. Oh no, 1 meal a day, like five. Yeah, that's really drastic, Phil. I agree with Julia. It's not very healthy. I do it a week at a time. Okay. So it's not like every day you do that. Okay. I have a caboose at the bag. Yeah, I think we're all carrying a little bit of junk in the trunk. I buy a big pan of protein powder the size of wall paint material. Lasts me 4 months. That's what we had. And like my husband wasn't touching it. I'm thinking, what are we going to do with this crap? Uh, I would have taken your pack of protein if I was there. Yeah, I would have gave it to you because he's not. I think I still got it somewhere on a shelf. Throw it out because he got it because he was going to have shakes and every morning. Because he used to do that when he used to do weightlifting. And I'm thinking, okay, yeah, that lasted about a week or two, and that was it. Either the front or the back end to clip that. Yeah, that's where it is, front and back. Oh, Heather's getting the rain. Yeah, ours slowed down because it was pouring out a minute ago. Don't have 2 meals plus snacks. Stay tuned. I have to watch out when I change my eating habits because I'm already hyperglycemic. If I'm not careful, I will actually lose the ability to talk coherently. That happens to me. If I'm to the point where my body is low on energy, yeah, I start the blood sugar drops and I start getting dizzy. And there was one point where I was driving, I started seeing spots before my eyes. I was thinking, oh shit, I'm gonna pass out. So I actually was, thank God I was close to a drugstore. I pulled in and it was close to Easter time. I went in there and grabbed candy. I figured I got to get a quick sugar rush. And I grabbed a bag of candy and I was sitting in the truck eating the candy. And it took about a minute or two. And then I was feeling better to get home. And it just hit me all of a sudden. It's really not that bad as I thought, but I need to boost my metabolism and flush me out. Well, they do have things where you could do like a body flush, but I'd boost it up to, like I said, I lost about 100 pounds doing the 900 calories. You know what it is? It's food choices. That's what it is. Instead of going for, and I never denied myself anything either. So if I craved like a piece of chocolate cake, I wouldn't have the big piece of chocolate cake. You have a little bit, and then you satisfy the craving, and you're good. So, and that's one thing I fear. You never deny yourself something because it makes it worse. And then I would give myself one cheat day, which was usually a Saturday, and then I could have what I wanted. But it was mostly fruits, vegetables, uh, stuff like that. No potatoes, no bread. Mostly the white stuff. Cut down, no soda. Totally drinking water, and it worked. And I was satisfied. If you get hungry, you have snack on a carrot or an apple or celery, and that's what I would do. Lots of salads. I ate lots of salads. My junk gravitated to my stomach. Yeah, I got mine's pretty much all in that area, all around. So it's the spare tire all the way around. My diet may not work for others, but a few days to test, it won't hurt. No, it won't. It won't hurt, right? And if I would though boost it up to 900 calories just for your health's sake, and get as many vegetables and clean foods in your system. The way, and walking. I did a lot of walking, and water. Water helps you lose weight. You know, and it'll drop right off, Phil. It really will. I heard oil of oregano and black seed oil flushes you out supposedly. Really? And I never heard of that. I hate oregano. I hate the taste of oregano. Because I was getting my ass chewed up by family. Only 900 calories, it's not good. But I wasn't hungry and I wasn't denying myself anything. And it worked. The weight come right off. And then COVID hit, and that was it. Was stuck in the house, and yep, now I'm back to a fat ass. So it's it is what it is. Processed foods, yeah. Get rid of all the processed garbage. Junk foods and drinking soda. Soda's the devil. And unfortunately, yeah, I have at least one soda a day. Because sometimes we're having pizza. You don't want water with pizza. You want a soda with pizza. I have to get the right oil of oregano to get the name of the chemical in it needed by percentage. Yeah. Well, I mean, what you're doing is working, but I would amp it up a bit. I know a lot of people don't like, oh, I don't like salads or I don't like vegetables, but there's got to be something that you like. You just change foods that you're eating, change what you put in. But yeah, it's the processed foods that makes everybody get a big ass. All the junk foods. See, I don't eat all of the chips and all of that stuff. I don't eat any of that things. But if you want some, all right, you limit yourself. And I had a calorie counter on my phone, and I would track all of my calories. So everything that I ate, I put in the counter. And once I got to that 900 mark, I would stop for the day. and never eat after 9 o'clock. And it worked. It comes in gel capsules. Might try it. You could do meat too. Yeah, zero carbs. Yeah, totally. I have a friend of mine. I think it's called the carnivore diet. He was very overweight. He was diabetic. He had blood pressure issues and gout. He switched over to the carnivore diet and he lost all the weight. He's trimmed down to where he was when he was in the military, believe it or not. And no medications. He's on no medications. Everything is back to normal levels. So that's what he eats. He can never go back to normal eating. And he's okay with it. I always want a beer with pizza. Yeah, I mean, I've done it water with pizza, but it just doesn't really do it for me. And you can have pizza when you're on a diet, if you want to call it a diet. You just can't eat the whole pizza. You have one piece, and depending on what you have on it, see, it's all the extras that does us in. I was 211, now I'm 150. Oh, good for you, Betty. Good for you. And with me running up and downstairs all day long and hauling my mother all over the place, I should be dropping something, but I doubt it. I don't keep track. It always helps that my gut is also trying to get in better shape to help with his health. Oh my guy. Oh my God. What the hell am I talking about? Better shape, kind of keep each other motivated with action. Yeah, just walking. That's all you got to do. I was told that a long time ago by a regular doctor and my chiropractor, 15 minutes a day. Just go for a walk every day. You don't need to go to the gym and bust your ass up. It's just walking. And you work yourself up 30 minutes, an hour, depending on how far you want to go. I was keeping track of my steps as well back then when I was doing it. And it was excessive because I was working nights, so we were running around all night. I was getting over 30,000 steps in a day and a 900-calorie diet, and the weight just dropped right off. I like yogurt with pizza. Yeah, a good yogurt is good. I give my mom yogurt every day at lunchtime, different flavor. She's so damn skinny. Dementia makes you lose all your weight. You just turn into skin and bones with dementia. A lot of it is eating when you feel you're hungry. Eat not to eat. Exactly. Well, yeah, because we eat, Americans anyway, eat because they're bored. That's a big part of the problem. Oh, seeing that's your problem. So yeah, you got to give yourself a strict rule. Only eat during scheduled meal time. And if you want a snack, then it's got to be a healthy snack. And then no eating after 9 o'clock. Because you shouldn't be hungry. If you've eaten dinner, you shouldn't be hungry after 9 o'clock. I think it's from going downstairs with Wash. I exercise. Yeah, that's exercise. Because I had a nurse ask me one time what they say, because when you go to the doctor, how much exercise do you get per week? I'm thinking, oh my God, I don't know. And I'm thinking, I says, well, I really don't get out much. He goes, well, do you do stairs? I go, yeah, I'm up and down stairs all day. He goes, that's exercise. So you got to, that's true. It is. Okay, Miss Pinky, you go to bed. Get some sleep. She made her banana tune and she's out of here. 9 p.m. I don't eat after dinner. 6 p.m. Well, see, I always did it to 9 because once in a while you might have a little bit of a craving for something. That's just normal human behavior. So I figure like a snack, fruit, popcorn, stuff like that. But then after 9 o'clock, nothing. And of course, now, taking care of my mother, my dinner time always fluctuates. It's either early or it's late, and it's all messed up. Yeah, they recommend giving yourself 3 hours between dinner and bed. Yeah. So and I don't go to bed till late. So 9 o'clock was a good time for me. So after 9, I don't eat anything. If I do, like I said, it's popcorn or a piece of fruit. Yep. Don't eat anything 3 to 4 hours before bed. Yeah, exactly. So play around with it, Phil. Find what suits your lifestyle and your needs. And I mean, we can all throw out all these ideas to you, but um, don't. 500 calories is pretty bad. It's like a starvation thing, and then your body goes into uh, like preservation, survival mode, where it will store the fat because you're not feeding it, which is so screwed up. But that's what it does. Exercise, I don't. I can barely walk most days. I know that's what I tell the doctor too, because he bitches. Well, you need to do this. Well, when you can't move without being in agony, how the hell am I supposed to do this? My lifestyle is on Australian time in the U.S. So Phil's a day ahead. Now, the other day when I went out and did some filming in that cemetery, um, which I will be putting out the photographs, guys. I still got to go through the audio, but I was just walking around for that little bit, and holy shit, I was in such pain. Which is bad. I probably should bring the cane with me when I do it, just in case I don't fall and bust my ass, but I don't do it. I don't like to use my cane in public. I know it's a vanity thing, I guess. I don't know. I just want people staring at me. So I'm walking around and my husband's looking at me and I'm like, oh God. I'm trying to make it back to the truck. I was getting stabbing pains in my pelvis. I'm thinking, oh, am I going to make it? I made it. Even a toddler needs 800 to 1,000 calories. Well, they always say 1,200 calories is, the baseline. So that's why I got in trouble, from family members when I was only doing 900. I thought it was a decent number, but I think if I move it up to, I'm snacking, guys, while we're talking. Junior mints. So I think if I move it up to like 1,000, I'm not keeping track because God knows when I eat and when I have time, I just shove something in and then I got to run back downstairs. But it's different for everybody. See, that's the thing. It's different for everybody. Now, see, Julie, like in your case, it's chair aerobics. Do the best you can. I use that. Yeah, I know, Julie, I should too, but I am that effing stubborn. To be honest, I am. How many times I've almost fallen because I won't use it. And it's my own fault. I'm supposed to have 3,200 to 3,500 calories a day. Oh, no. Yeah, just drop it down. You drop it down to the 1,200 and get that exercise in, you will be buff. Phil will be buff by summertime. That's okay, though. Phil, big or small, Phil's still handsome. Yeah, I've noticed that too, Sage. The arthritis, well, because you're moving things, you're getting it lubed up and moving. But then when I overdo, then I start to limp, and then I mean, it's stabbing. I think that's why I ended up in bed for 2 days. I was walking around, the cemetery and stuff, and a couple other places, and I overdid it because then I think, yeah, I threw my tailbone out of alignment, so it felt like somebody was ripping it out through my ass, and that was like that for 2 days. It took a while for it to go back into place, and I do it to myself. I do it to myself. My grandmother had mobility issues, and she did water exercises, but also weight resistance for her upper body. Just use your own body weight. She had an office chair and would pull herself. Yeah, that's what you got to do. I mean, you do the best that you can. I've had to use a walker, but I know I would die. I would die if but you know what? I know, like I said, it's a vanity thing. I just can't, and that's what's going to happen. I'm going to end up in a wheelchair, and then I'm screwed. So I just push. I push it. Always push it. But it was nice to be able to get out. I enjoyed that. So then it kills me because I would love to go investigating with a lot of people that are closer, maybe the next state over, a couple states over. I can't survive the vehicle ride. I can't. Where we went, it was only, oh God, I'd say about a 30-minute ride from my house. And I couldn't wait to get home because I couldn't stand sitting in the truck anymore. The pain was horrendous. I kept telling my husband, please hurry. And getting in the house was difficult. And then right after popping a few Tylenol, right to bed, ice pack. And I just lay there, you moan. Oh, you hear it now. Shut up, old lady. But it's the price that we pay to get content, But it kills me that and there's another place I want to visit this summer. That is also, that's like a 45-minute ride. So I think that day I'm going to have to take pills before I leave and after. It's a place that, I don't know if you guys have ever heard of it. It's called Beardsley's Castle. And the stones from the castle come from the UK. They were transported here to the US. And the place, actually, Ghost Hunters did a show on it. It is haunted, but there's also a cemetery that goes with the place. And according to folklore, this is the story, there is a green mist that appears at a certain time at night over the cemetery. And I would love to see that. But like I said, the ride will kill me. We'll see. We'll see if the folklore is legit or not. I don't know. But we've heard about this story for years. And so I'd love to check that one out. I snack high-calorie snacks like different nuts. They're allowed and healthy. Caloric is. Yeah, I like cashews. Cashews are my weakness, and I don't get them very often. But I like the dried cranberries, craisins. Those, I love those. So those are a great snack. If you like cranberry stuff, then you're gonna love those. Yeah, nuts. Yeah, you'd have to eat them by the pound, Phil. Huh. But nuts can be pretty pricey. I don't know about where you guys are, but here they're, and like I said, my favorites are cashews, and those are the most expensive ones. Go figure, right? But I love them, so it's actually a treat if I get those. But yeah, craisins, they're only like what, $2 a bag, two something a bag, I think, something like that. Those are a great snack. A gaseous green cloud over the cemetery. Yeah, something's going down there. Well, apparently it's supposed to be the ghost of Beardsley himself. I highly doubt that, but that's the lore. And I've got to find the place first. I don't know if it's close to, because the place is a restaurant, Beardsley's Castle. So, and I've known people that have worked in the kitchen, and they said that, yeah, stuff goes flying across the room. There's all kinds of weird stuff that happens there. I never did catch the episode where ghost hunters went there and did their investigation, which was kind of cool because my old boss took his family out to dinner that night, and the guys were there. They had just showed up there as the place was getting ready to close down. And my boss was that's where his daughter wanted to go for her birthday dinner. And they come out, and the guys chatted with them and actually took a photograph with them. So that was nice of them. But I never caught the investigation that they did. So I don't know what they come up with. But yeah, for years, all kinds of weird stuff going on there. Interesting. And they still work there. Yeah. Yeah, because they're used to it. They don't, yeah, it's not a big deal. My guy has days where he can barely walk due to injuries he got overseas. Only 44 and hate to use his cane because he says he's only 44. I know. See, that's what it is. It's a vanity thing. And there's days where yeah, it's you know what I do is I substitute the cane for other things. Like if I'm walking around the house, I'll hold onto the walls, you get the railings, furniture. So it's I should use it, but I don't. I just don't, and that's just me being stubborn. And there's been times where I get down the stairs and I really couldn't do it the right way, so I've got to the point where I would sit on the step and slide myself down. That tells you how stubborn I am. And then the days where I really just can't walk at all, then I just don't get up unless I have to. So no, it's not a good time, but I know like I said, I do it to myself. I do it to myself. So yeah, very interesting story behind it. I mean, Mason, if you want to look it up, it's called Beardsley's Castle in Little Falls, New York. And you can get the background on the building and the folklore behind the happenings there. But yeah, I've known people that work there, and it's normal. It's normal to them. So it's nothing that's violent, but it just lets you know that it's there. And I've been here the majority of my life, and I've just never put the effort into looking out where the cemetery part of it is. So that's I want to look into this summer. And seeing that it's 45 minutes away, like I said, I'll just double up on the meds. And then maybe have to give in and bring the cane and and go check it out, because a green mist, come on, that's just, how could you not have to go there and see if that is actually happening? I've had to use my cane for years. I'm 52. Yeah, well, it's been over 20 years for me, Julie. And like I said, I'm just that stubborn. It's the Pollock in me. Hard headed, stubborn. Sweet will do. Yeah, check it out. It's an interesting story. And like I said, I know Ghost Hunters did do that episode. I never watched it, so I don't know what their conclusions were by the end of the investigation. But Ghost Hunters, entertainment TV, who knows? Yeah, Beardo's Castle. Well, it would work both ways because Beardo's got a beard, yeah, and it's Beardsley's Castle, so it's. But I do believe that yeah, that's the backstory, that this each stone was brought over from the UK, and then they constructed. I guess it's a replica of a castle that was over in the UK somewhere. I forget. It's been so long, I forget the full story. So I'd have to relook it up to get the background. I think I put it. Yeah, I think I actually put it in one of the issues of the magazine at one point, because I like to do a lot of local stuff. This month coming up, I'm working on. There's a story about a bridge that's about an hour's ride away from us, and it's called the haunted Pony Truss Bridge. Apparently, the tragedy was behind the story. There's a young boy drowned in the area of the bridge, and so you see lights in the forest, and then uh, a I don't know, you want to call it a spectral light of some kind, or something that's around the bridge, apparently connecting with the drowning of the little kid. I've had a few times where I've had to use a cane with herniated discs in my low back. Well, see, this is the double whammy. I've got the bad discs in the low back. You got the fibromyalgia. You got the arthritis. Just a bag of disaster. But I mean, I've had it where my back has totally gone out, and this ain't no joke. I tell you, I'm just an asshole. I would drag myself across the floor. It's just ridiculous because I refuse to sit still. No, I get it, Julie. And my body doesn't work either, but I'm stubborn. Like I said, I'm stubborn. I make it, I pay for it. And see, that's the kick in the face. I know I can't walk and I force myself to do this stuff. And my husband bitches at me all the time. You know, when I get in the vehicle, you can't lift your leg up I have to lift it with my hands to get it. I mean, it's just pure stubborn. I refuse to give in. I mean, Jesus, I'm not that old. Well, I'm getting there, but I'm not that old. And I just refuse to give in.
Priority 1 message
Sorry.
coming in on secured channel.
I refuse to give in. Just like, well, you know, what I'm doing with my mother. I'm lifting my mother up, and I'm a hot mess. I shouldn't be doing that. But it's my mother, and I'm going to do it. But I make sure that I have support when I'm doing that with her. It's me and my father, we tag team it. Just in case my back decides to go out on me, he's there to catch. But actually, we just, it's supposed to be delivered today. I got, what the hell they call it, it's the belt that you put on a patient. What's it called, Julie? To help lift. And that's coming today. So that'll help us out a great deal because I refuse to have, I don't know, I don't want to put her in a nursing home because I know what happens in nursing homes. But eventually we probably will have no choice. I don't have time to be broken. Exactly. Because if I'm not here and I can't do this stuff, then my parents are screwed. I'm it. So I can't, there is no time for me to be down. None. Flipped in the bird, Janice. Oh, what did I miss that Janice said? That's right. Tell them they're number one. I used to have to use a walker when I go out to the doctors. I feel so embarrassed because I could feel the eyes just, yeah, see, that's what it is. They're staring at you. And you're like, you know, mind your business. But I know that's why. Oh, thank you, Paul. Yeah. And that's another thing, you know, and I fall down. Worst thing, I always fall down. So you kind of lay there for a minute, like, oh shit. And then you drag yourself back up. This is what happened to me the last time I fell down. It was like, I just laid there for a minute. Okay, let me get myself together. Whereabouts in the UK, different areas have different stones. Yorkshire cream colored sandstone, Edinburgh. Oh God, I don't see. I don't remember, Heather. I don't remember. So that's why I say it's called Beardsley's Castle in Little Falls, New York. Just like the other castle, the one where I had my very first paranormal experience was in Mohawk, New York. That, unfortunately, they just knocked the rest of that down. I was so heartbroken. It's those stones came from Ireland that built that castle here because the woman she was rich and her family traveled and spent a lot of their time in Ireland, and she fell in love with this castle that was there. So she had stone and stuff brought from Ireland to recreate the castle here. And of course, the reason is haunted is because they didn't bury her in the tomb or in the crypt that's in the basement of the castle. So that's the reason. It's written down. It's recorded in haunted history books. She was the poltergeist of the castle, and that was my first experience. Scared the living crap out of me. I was a kid. But yeah. So I know, see, poor Julie's a hot mess like the rest of us. Yeah, all your life. See, no, I was lucky. None of this started. Actually, I had tailbone issues when I was a kid because I fell down and hit my tailbone. I think that's where it all started. And I had horrendous growing pains as a child. And I think that was a hint to the fibromyalgia. My growing pains were so bad, my mother used to have to put hot towels on my legs because I would just scream because of the pain. And then it went away. So, and of course, my disc problem and my back problem is because I worked like a bull moose as a young teen up to a young adult. I did stuff that, you know, men should have been doing, not me. But my father didn't have any boys. It was me and my sister. So, we did, hard work because we always did our own, construction, all of that. So, when you're hauling roofing tiles and cement, and this is the stuff we used to do, chop lumber, any kind of projects that we built, we was always carrying lumber or ladders, or this is the stuff. So, I pretty much effed myself up doing all of that stuff. If you have the belt, look at slip sheets. Slip sheets. What are those? What are those, Heather? Slip sheets. What I do have on the bed now is they've got the down quilted mattress thing to help with bed sore issues. But then I also have the pee pad, so just in case she has an accident. And then I do have a regular sheet over that, so it's cooler for her and easier for us to get her out. But I have to look that up. Which slip sheet? This is every time I turn around, I got to buy something new. Now, see, there you go. Julie, I've never had a concussion. That I know of. That I know of. Maybe my head's too hard. I don't know. But see, yeah, you worked majority of life. Yeah. And, being in the nursing, you had to do a lot of heavy lifting. I mean, I'm so glad I only have mental health problems. Well, see, Mr. Prism, that's the problem with the pain syndromes that we have. Mental health problems go along with it because we go into depressions. Because you know what? You're tired, your body's tired, and your spirit is tired. You're tired of being sick. And I always tell them when people say, I even get tired of hearing myself talk about it. I'm thinking, like, shut up. Nobody wants to hear this crap. But you're tired of being tired and not feeling well. And it plays on you. Good morning, Raven. So I get, and when I get into that kind of mood, I'm lucky enough, I can just tell myself, fucking shut up, put your big girly panties on and move on. And that's what I do. I talk myself out of it, but there's a lot of people that can't. So you're hit from all sides. A crate shape foam thing helped my mom. I had always fold my sheets creative to kind of flip my mom over like a pancake. Yeah, that's pretty much what we do. But so far the down, it's because it's very puffy and fluffy, and she seems to be doing all right. And then of course we got to rotate her when she sleeps so that she don't get more bed sores. She's got a couple of them now. I lifted a 400-pound. Oh, see, Julie, damn, 400-pound patient. My God, no. Yep, depression and anxiety. It goes along with it. It goes along with it because you're just, when you go to bed at night and say, please, Lord, just can I have at least 5 hours of good sleep? That's good for us. We don't always get it. Very rarely get it, but yeah. So, yeah, it's lifting stuff like that is not good, and we've done it, and now we pay the price. So, and I can feel when the depression's starting to come on. I'm thinking, oh shit, and I'm thinking, all right, that's it. Suck it up and move on. And that's how I do it. And I know not everybody can do that. I'm lucky that I can. You still are, Julie. You're still somebody. You're just a different version. Don't ever think that you're not Julie, because you still are. It's just you got to do things differently. I've always heard it's described as sick and tired of being sick. It's what it is, Cynthia. We're sick and tired of being sick and tired. And everybody go, how you feeling? Or how's it going? Or this, or they'll say, what's wrong with you? I said, well, what's not wrong with me is a shorter list. And I always turn it to humor because what are you gonna do? You just got to do your best to laugh and live the best life that you can. I had back surgery 4 years ago. Doctor that did it put a rod screw both sides of my spine. Now my low back stays straight, no bending over. Yeah, my uncle had that kind of surgery where he had to have rods put on each side. Well, he was a roofer his whole life, and again, instead of using equipment to carry the shingles up to the roof, he used to throw them over his shoulder and climb up a ladder. And lifting all that heavy stuff for years and years. The doctor told me, because you did this to yourself. His his spine is deteriorating and just crushing itself. So he had to have the rods put in. And it is a long, scary surgery. Beardsley Castle made of local limestone, major player in the stone tape theory. Oh. I had it over. But I do know that they said at one time that some of the stones came from overseas. So it might not have been the whole entire building. I'll have to look it up and see where I found that because I do remember them saying that. But that's good to know. Like I said, it's been a while since I've looked up the story. I've had over 8 back surgery. I know. Oh my God, she keeps going. I think they just like to carve you up, Julie. Yeah, we got it. Yeah, the stone tape theory. Yep. But definitely, yeah, something does go on there. I've had multiple people say they've been there and they've heard and seen stuff. What it has to do, is it Beardsley himself? I don't know. I have no idea. It's in an Irish style. Ah. So yeah, I'll have to see the story where they said that they did. So it might have been one or two stones. But definitely an interesting story. And like I said, it's definitely an experience if you got the possibility of being there when that stuff goes on. Maybe I should get a job there and just hang out in the kitchen. see if the pots go flying across the room. My aunt had 8-inch rods put in her back. Yes, see, it was when my uncle had it done a couple of years ago. And you know what? Didn't do jack shit. I mean, it kept him out of a wheelchair because they said that's where he was going, wheelchair. It looks beautiful, by the way. Oh, it is a beautiful place. Yes, Heather, beautiful. Actually, I had a cousin who got married there. She had her wedding there. How's Raven doing today? I'm going to a haunted theater Friday. Oh, how exciting! How exciting. No, but like I was saying, my uncle went through all of that surgery, all of that trouble, and he's still in agony. And he walks, but it's not the best thing. And then it come to and they're titanium rods, and doesn't one of them snap? So now he's got to go back in and have it fixed. So ain't that some shit? Got to go shopping. Actually, it's the 2-hour mark. I'm gonna let you guys go. Enjoy your shopping trip. Buy something good. I appreciate everybody coming and hanging out and talking this morning. It's always a pleasure. Your support means the best. Please remember to hit that like, comment, even if it's just a smiley face, because YouTube likes that kind of stuff. But don't forget, tonight, Raw Side's going to be interviewing a panel of wonderful men. I'm going to have the paranormal engineer, Mason, Friday House James, and the ever popular Mr. Kenny Biddle. And we are going to be discussing, of course, infrasound, white noise, all of that, communication in general, because that's really where I love to dive into. I want to know. I mean, we've all heard people where I've had them, EVPs. I want to know if there is something that we are missing that we can correct to come up with better or more EVPs, trying different ways to communicate. And this is what the show is going to be about. So you guys have a great day. I'm going to go find something to eat. Off all that food talk, I'm starving now. You guys are the best, and I will see you all tonight. Have a great one, guys.